Hello fellow CGers, Kiaza here with another review, which is Crysis 2. And what you're seeing is Xbox 360 gameplay. Now the story of Crysis 2 takes place approximately 3 years after Crysis, and it's taking place in New York City, which you saw, which was Manhattan. And you're in the middle of this mess. There's aliens attacking, there's this virus going on, and basically the Marines think you're some rogue agent. Not good, but a hell of a formula for a campaign. Now you wake up from this massive attack which you saw going on in the beginning of the video, and you have this suit on. Don't know how the hell it got on you. You get up, start walking around, and you find out that the guy that saved you in the beginning is now dead, laying on the ground, which you see. And you go through this flashback, and it shows the guy basically taking off the armor and killing himself and giving you everything and saying that this problem, it's in your hands now. Lovely of him to do, isn't it? Now, like I said earlier, the game does take place in New York, and that seems to be a lot of game developers and writers' favorite setting for a war or natural disaster or something. And let me tell you that this is probably one of my favorite adaptations of it. There's just so much going on, and it really feels like it with the graphics and the sound and just everything that's going on. It really feels like a war zone, and it really makes the game that much better. That's not to say the campaign doesn't have its issues. Once again, you're finding that another first-person shooter has a 5 to 6 hour campaign. I would have liked it to be a little bit longer, but beggars can't be choosers. It's fun, and once again, that's what counts most. Another gripe I have with the campaign is you will notice that the frame rate will drop, especially when there's a lot going on the screen, and it can make aiming at enemies a bit harder. The game naturally runs at 30 frames per second, so you will notice it. Doesn't kill it, kind of hinders it a bit, but still not making it something you shouldn't experience, because the game is awesome. Now there's also a lot of stuff about the single player campaign that I really like the ability to modify your gun on the fly. You can adapt it to fit a stealth-like situation or a blow the hell out of the enemy situation. The choice is yours and adds to replay value. There's also the ability to use objects in the environment, like cars, to disperse of your foe, like kicking them. A lot of fun. There's also hidden collectibles strewn throughout the single player, like figurines and whatnot. Going around trying to find them, it's going to add to replay value and make you go through the campaign more than once, especially if you're looking for achievements. Now there's also this TATCOM sort of ability that your visor has. You can zoom in and you can mark enemies and really get a good view of the battlefield and plan out your attack strategy. That's awesome. I love that, and I've used it several times in the single player, and it has come in handy every time. There's also a cover system that is very handy. It works very well. It's very fluid, very easy to use. The only downfall is the fact that it is only used in single player. They do not have it in multiplayer, which kind of is disappointing because it could work, but it's not there. But this leads me to multiplayer. Now, for those of you who buy games mainly for multiplayer, like me, will be very satisfied with this. The multiplayer in this game is awesome, and aside from some long load times and frame rate issues, it's worth it. It's worth the purchase. You can use the environment to your advantage, just like single player, like kicking cars and blowing up barrels. There's also the ability to cloak yourself and beef up your armor. You can also slide under low-lying objects, sneak up behind people, and stealth kill them. Awesome. Lots of fun. There's also the ability to collect dog tags from victims of yours. I like that. It's a lot like Battlefield Bad Company, their dog tag system. Just like most shooters on the market today, you have your respected classes: Assault, Spec Ops, Heavy, Sniper. Also 5 custom classes for you to unlock as you level up, and the ability to enhance these classes. There's 50 levels of progression, and there's also the ability to use turrets, just like Halo 3 and Reach. And just like Halo 3 and Reach, you can rip them off their mounts and wreak havoc on your enemy. Now, the gameplay in this game is solid. The controls feel good, the graphics online are good, and it's just really well done. The game ships with 12 maps and 6 game types, so you're not going to get bored. You're also going to be able to enhance your armor and enhance your weapons, and you get experience after every match, and that's what this looks like. Now, is this game perfect? Not by any means, but the pros definitely outweigh the cons. I suggest at least trying this game. To me, it's worth the $60 price point. I've been waiting for a console shooter like this for a while. Great graphics and great gameplay. And this game does have that. My score, 8 out of 10. This has been Kiaza for Community Gamer. Stay tuned to Community Gamer for more news, reviews, contests, and all-around awesome shit.